Hello, second year cohort, and welcome to week 3 of Clinical Inquiry 2. Summer's flying right along, and if you have any questions about the feedback that you got for either assignment number 1 or assignment number 2 from the last couple of weeks, please feel free to send an email to the instructor that graded it. I'm happy to go over the assignment. We can do a Google Meet or just go back and forth with email, whatever works for you. Okay, moving on. For this week, you have a couple of things to do. The first is to watch a video on how to construct a clinical question. Up until this point, clinical questions have been provided for you. However, today or this week, you're going to start working on creating them yourself. Next thing you have to do is reply to discussion board post number 1. And finally, you'll have to create a new discussion board post for discussion number 2. Let's go ahead and head over to the Moodle page, and I'll walk you through this week's assignments.
So here we are back at the Moodle page for week 3 of the course. As always, you have your instructional objectives. The topic for this week is going to be asking a searchable clinical question. And if you feel like you'd like more information about creating a clinical question, please refer back to chapter 2 in our textbook. So here is your instructional video. Watching this now. After you watch this video, then please watch this short video on constructing a searchable clinical question. This is just a voiceover slides presentation that hopefully will introduce you to all the concepts you need to know to create a clinical question. Realize up until this week, your clinical questions have been provided for you, but hopefully you'll learn in this slides presentation that clinical questions have a standardized sequence of elements that you really want to include with every question. After you watch this video, then proceed to post to discussion board number 2. And you do this by just clicking on your group below. Let's say that I'm in SNF number 3. Okay. Here's a discussion board forum. I have created 6 paper patients. And these paper patients are similar to patients you commonly see in a SNF setting. So I need you to click on this link. And when you click on the link, then I have listed here all 6 patients, and as I've done, the person that I want to work with is patient number 1. I'm going to choose to work with Darlene, and this means that I'm going to create a clinical question about Darlene, and I'm going to use that question to search the literature and then move forward to appraise the article that I actually find in my search that focuses on Darlene's diagnosis. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is you choose a patient, and like I have here, type your name next to that patient to indicate that this is the person you want to work with. I can tell you that there are just enough patients in every group for one person, so this is first come, first serve. If you get to this assignment early, you have your choice of patients, but if you're one of the last people, you're going to get the patient that's left over. Okay. Moving on, as I said, every group member must choose a unique patient. Once you've chosen your patient, then for this week, you're going to create a searchable intervention clinical question for the paper patient and post it in this discussion forum. You need to ensure, as described in the video, that your question includes all of the elements, all the standard PICO elements that are required in a good clinical question. Okay, you have one more thing to do this week, and that is after you complete second discussion board, you're going to reply to discussion number 1. To do that, and actually when you reply, you're going to respond to one post. Just choose one of your cohort members in your particular setting with a way to overcome the stated barrier for using EBP in this setting. Okay, so for example, if I'm in acute number 1, click here. I can choose, in this case, either Abby or Taylor, and I am going to reply to what barriers do you see for using evidence-based practice in this setting. Okay, whatever comments they made about barriers that they see, your job in this discussion board post is give them a way to overcome these barriers for using EBP in their setting. Okay, and that's it for this week. Summer's flying right by, and hope everybody's learning lots of really cool stuff in the clinic. Have a great week.